Hello, and welcome to the Point Church podcast. We're really glad you're here. Before we jump in, if you'd like to stay connected, you can download the Point Church app. It's a simple way to find messages, resource, and what's happening. And if this podcast is helpful, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Point Church podcast. We're here with Pastor Sam as we're going 40 days, 40 podcasts through the Gospel of Matthew, and we've been taking it line by line and going through, and we finished the Sermon on the Mount yesterday, and now episode 20, halfway, and now we are in chapter 8, where we're picking up today, and in verse 1 it reads, "When he came down from the mountain, large crowds followed him," and that's Jesus.
That makes sense. Yep.
Right away, a man with leprosy came up and knelt before him, saying, "Lord, if you are willing, you can make me clean." Reaching out his hand, Jesus touched him, saying, "I am willing, be made clean." Immediately his leprosy was cleansed. I think we need to stop there and have you explain why this is so big with this man.
Well, so first off, there's crowds.
Yeah.
That's key because lepers were not supposed to be anywhere near a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, they were supposed to announce their coming, some by ringing a bell, but screaming basically like unclean or dirty, some variation of it, so that no one would touch them on accident and get leprosy. The other understanding was that leprosy was seen as a result of your sin, like it was your punishment for God.
Yeah.
So this man is like, oh, this is God. Maybe this is my chance. And so he calls him Lord. Like he's like, if there's any sin I've done that has caused this leprosy, make me clean. And so what he's saying is, it's beautiful because he doesn't say heal my leprosy. He says make me clean. So he could very well be saying, I know you're not going to do anything about the leprosy because I deserve this, but it'll make my heart clean.
Yeah.
And Jesus not only says I'm willing, but he touches him, and no one else is supposed to touch him. You weren't supposed to touch a dead body, you weren't supposed to touch a leper, and he does.
Let alone be around him.
Yes, and he does both. And so again, Jesus is showing I move where I'm wanted. For those who call upon my name, again, ask, seek, knock. I bet that got his attention. And then I have the power over disease.
Yep.
And I'm not afraid to associate with someone who's unclean or dirty.
Yeah. It's so good because picking up verse 4, it reads, and then Jesus told him, "See that you don't tell anyone." Important. But go show yourself to the priests and offer the gift that Moses commanded as a testimony to them.
Yep. Like three things here. First one, Jesus said, I have not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill the law. So part of this is fulfilling the law of Moses. Like if a healing has happened, go show yourself to the priest. So he tells him to do that. Second thing is that Jesus is operating, basically he's practicing what he's preaching, don't go you don't need to go bragging about me. Don't let the left hand see what your right hand's doing. I'm showing how to do good work without, getting all this fame. The third thing Jesus is doing, and this one's a little bit of a mystery, is they refer to in the Gospels as Jesus would slip away, or he didn't want his identity revealed until his hour had come, or his time had come. That he knew once word got out enough about him, it was going to be a lot of things were going to go in motion. So some divine way, Jesus knew when it was time to let the priests know who he was, and let the Roman rulers know who he was, but it wasn't yet. So that's also part of what's going on too. Is he's just between you and me.
Yeah, not yet.
Yep.
All right. In verse 5. It says, when he entered Capernaum, a centurion came to him, pleading with him, "Lord, my servant is lying at home paralyzed in terrible agony." He said to him, "Am I to come and heal him?" "Lord," the centurion replied, "I am not worthy to have you come under my roof, but just say the word and my servant will be healed." So maybe, if someone doesn't know the context of this, why this is so, again, not just, the leprosy is crazy, but then you got this Centurion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a centurion was one who was basically an officer in the Roman military. And you'll have to remember that Israel is under Roman occupation. They've been brought under Roman rule. There was a time where there was a rebellion known as like the Maccabees, but now they are like being crushed by Rome, like through taxes. And this was an enemy of Israel. And this man is like, my eyes are not lying to me. I've heard of this man. I've seen what this guy can do, and I think he can heal my servant. And so, again, the crowd would have been like, really? This is even for the Romans? Are you serious? So, and then Jesus...
flipping it.
Yeah, exactly. He's flipping it. He's always flipping it. So, again, showing his kingdom. So then he goes on to it more and more.
Yeah, in verse 9 it says, "For I too am a man under authority, having soldiers under my command. I say to this one, go, and he goes, and to another, come, and he comes, and to my servant, do this, and he does it." Hearing this, Jesus was amazed, and said to those following him, "Truly, I tell you, I have not found anyone in Israel with so great a faith."
Let's pause there for a sec, because what about it was so great in Jesus' eyes? And I think the answer is that this Roman centurion recognized his own authority. He's like, all I have to do is say it, and these guys have to go. And he's like, geez, your authority's all the way up here, that even over, disease or just over anything, all you have to do is say it. You don't have to be there. Like a commanding officer does not need to be looking over your shoulder the whole time. All they need to do is say a word.
But he also recognized Jesus's.
He also says Lord, too.
And he says that, but he also recognized that Jesus has authority with God in heaven.
That's exactly
right. Because he says, I am too.
Yeah, and he's like, but your authority far surpasses mine.
Yeah.
And all you have to do is say it. I believe all you have to do is say it because I've seen how authority works. And so that's why Jesus is like, do you see what this guy is saying? Like everybody, like you see this? So yeah, he's blown away by this man's faith.
Yeah, because he says, I tell you that many will come from east and west to share the banquet with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the sons of the kingdom will be thrown into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Yep. So it goes back again to Jesus is saying all these, because remember, the Israelites have been scattered. Okay, they've been scattered because of the Babylonian exile. So there's going to be a time where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob will be having a banquet, again, like when the kingdom comes fully, and everyone's going to come back, but they're not going to come back because of their faith in Jesus. It's, again, they're coming back because of their lineage, which is what we've talked about before, their bloodline, not because of their faith, but their bloodline. And Jesus is like, no, that's not going to be enough. Like, again, he's constantly flipping. He's like, my kingdom is not ruled by who you were born into or your race or your nationality or your social status. It's you are invited to the banquet because you've placed your faith in me. And anyone who doesn't do that will be thrown out.
Yeah, because then he says, then Jesus told the centurion, go, as you have believed, let it be done for you. And his servant was healed at that very moment.
There you go.
That's how powerful. Like now Jesus has shown, like, of course he's already shown,
now he can do healings from a distance.
Yeah. From far away.
Yep.
So in verse 14, it goes on with more healing. Jesus went into Peter's house and saw his mother-in-law lying in bed with a fever. So this shows Peter was married.
Yep. Peter was married.
Peter's married.
We're just going to leave that there.
Yep. So he touched her hand, and the fever left her. Then she got up and began to serve him. When the evening came, they brought to him many who were demon-possessed. He drove out the spirits with a word, one word, and healed all who were sick, so that what was spoken through the prophet Isaiah might be fulfilled. He himself he himself took our weakness and carried our diseases.
Yes. So first thing to point out is Jesus comes down from the mountain. The most outsider of all society is there, a leper.
Yeah.
Probably the next most outsider,
or
a Roman, an enemy is there, calling him Lord. Then a most probably insider, of, a Jewish woman.
Mm-hmm.
And Jesus works outside in. Like he works the leper healed, the centurion servant healed, Peter's mother-in-law healed. So again, he's showing all the outsiders will be healed, the insiders will be healed. So he's not anti any of the sons of Abraham. He's like, but it comes to your faith in me. Like I've come to heal everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And just imagine how tired he was too.
Yeah,
like he's just been
brought many.
Yeah, he's been preaching and he's already healed like 3 people, like 3 individuals, and then they say everyone who's demon possessed, and all he needs to do is say a word and they're driven out. So he has authority now not only over disease, but like of leprosy, whatever was ailing the servants, the centurion servant, or Peter's mother-in-law's fever.
Yeah.
But like he can heal all the diseases close or far, but also over demons now.
Yeah.
Again, all about the authority. So like, again, I just think like he's got to be exhausted.
Yeah.
But he's showing, okay, I preached the message about healing the world. Now I'm showing that only I have the authority to heal the world.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's quite a powerful thing. Again, fulfilling Isaiah's prophecy of the Old Testament.
Yeah.
He took our weaknesses and carried our diseases. Like, again, that's foreshadowing. When you think about Jesus carrying something, you think about something specific around Good Friday. So, like, again, it's foreshadowing. He's taking on the evil and the wickedness of the world, and he's triumphant every single time.
Every time. Mm-hmm. And with that, we're going to close out episode 20, our halfway point, and we'll pick back up tomorrow. So thanks for tuning in.